Hey 5010, my name's Clayton Jedham. I have a background in psychology. I did a Bachelor of Psychological Science with honours, and after that I was living in Cambodia, working for an NGO and running my own cafe before studying this Masters. The evidence-based practice I'm going to be talking about today is some work I did with Sam Hibbins, who's the local member for Prahran in Victoria. So Sam was pushing for a plastic bag ban and needed to present evidence on retailers' current use and attitudes towards plastic bags and a potential ban. He needed evidence to present to Parliament and the City of Stonington. So our job was to find out the attitudes and perspectives of retailers towards a potential bag ban. I was not part of the team that gathered the data. I came into the project at the data analysis and recommendation stage. So we had to analyse the data situated in the political context, conduct further research into plastic waste and plastic bag bans in other states and countries, and synthesise that and make recommendations for policymakers of the best way to implement a ban in Victoria and the best ways to overcome some of the barriers and concerns that the retailers had. So this is directly related to environment sustainability, obviously because it was an attempt to reduce plastic waste, and indirectly it was a good example of using evidence to influence policy. It was my first experience in that, so that was interesting. One of the challenges we faced was the continuity between the researchers. The people who collected the data and the people who analysed the data were different. Obviously this happens when things are done on a volunteer basis. So there was some problems with definitions, and the design of the survey was not quite ideal. So there was some issues there with continuity of researchers, but that can be expected in any situation where it's conducted by volunteers. But we made it work with the data we had and were able to write a fairly comprehensive report. And the main benefit of using an evidence-based approach with this project was the legitimacy that it gave our recommendations. Obviously the audience, being Sam Hibbins, who's a Greens member, was very open to an evidence-based approach. Him and his staff were very interested in the recommendations and the methods that we took to get them. But it'll be interesting to see when we take those recommendations to, say, the City of Stonington, if they are as open to that evidence-based approach. I think that's about me done.